Dear state-protected voters, we should all be in this together, sharing sacrifices and celebrating our human solidarity, shouldn't we? Yet the way we are fighting this pandemic doesn't only inflame many already prevailing inequalities between developed and developing, between rich and poor, and between skilled and unskilled, but it also accelerates some new painful divisions between essential and non-essential activities, and between those able to work online and those that cannot. It also brings a lot of new dimensions to our traditional intergenerational challenges. Yes, it's true that through our entire history, we've been always living the world created by ourselves, full of injustice and persistent inequality. But there is one very specific unbalancing factor which seriously undermines the moral standing of any modern society today. What's even worse, it also vastly erodes our capacity of rapid economic recovery in the future, a price none of us would like to pay. I'm talking about the political prioritization of the financial needs and social privileges of public sector over private sector, with elected and unelected politicians, technocrats and bureaucrats on one side, and entrepreneurs with their employees on another. With all state-owned companies offering incomparable social security versus owner-managed businesses. It's obvious that your voting point of view grossly depends on the point of your economic sitting. So you have no idea what I'm talking about if you are a state employee working from home, collecting your monthly checks, paying all your bills, and patiently waiting for the end of pandemic. But if many others, including some people close to your heart, are expected to suffer from a devastating financial distress, so maybe you should too. Would you be happy to accept, in a great gesture of solidarity, a major drop in your monthly income in order to reduce pandemic pressure on our national budget? Please believe me that this time, as never before, your personal long-term comfort is fully synchronized with my personal short-term risk of failure, with survival of my entrepreneurial drive, which feeds your family, and with continuity of my competitive innovation, which pumps oxygen into your lungs, and not the other way. Simply embracing this reality would make a lot of other things clear, helping you to make a much better voting decision next time round. When this pandemic is over, many political leaders will be perceived as having failed. And I sincerely hope that this time your personal judgment will not be based on your short-sighted selfishness, but rather on their ability to avoid economic devastation around you, for their ability to apply a more progressive approach to public finance, and for the willingness to show sufficient compassion for entrepreneurs with a serious breathing problem. Yes, this is a wake-up call for you as a voter, your moment of civil responsibility. So please try to rise to this great democratic occasion and help us to rebuild the future. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single smart vote. Yours.